Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, the time right now, let me put this here. Okay. The time right now is 3:03 in the morning. It's like night. So I just, finished doing a little bit of my work and I was checking the messages, and I've got quite a number of messages that I want to share with you about Dubai, UAE, okay? Including previous conversations that I've had with people and expatriates. So I'm going to share with you whatever I have. If any links are put down below. Contact details if you want to get in touch with me and share any information. Okay. So I'll give you whatever I have and I'll put my thoughts in between. Okay. We'll start off with if you actually, I'll tell you this, just Google search about Dubai. There's lots of news that is being shared about negative stuff about Dubai, UAE. And I found it very surprising. It was in The Sun, it was in Daily Mail Online, it was Telegraph, it was Bloomberg, it was certain American publications. So I started scratching my head as to why all of a sudden all the publications are speaking negative about Dubai all at once. Because see, you need to kind of view and evaluate what is going on. Like all of a sudden, why everyone's talking negative about Dubai? Not just one news, multiple number of news. So one of my sources, what he told me is, this is a strategy by Qatar. Qatar wants to extract its revenge. So, like the art of war, when you know your enemy is weak, you attack him from all different directions, like how hyenas attack. So now Dubai is actually, or UAE is actually having a tough time. So Qatar is extracting its revenge. Even if you see the interview by the Qatar Airways CEO, he also indirectly prods at Emirates Airlines. So that's what I feel. I feel that all this news is indirectly being paid for or sponsored to make sure that UAE's image has been put down. So I'll speak on both the sides, the plus and the minus, and I'll leave it for you to decide. So do your own research. Don't believe even what I say, because remember, different media, if a media supports a party, they'll speak only good. If a media does not like a party, they'll speak only bad. Okay, now I'll share with you a couple of news articles that these are the ones that have been putting UAE in a negative light. I'm not going to focus on Gulf News and Khaleej Times and National because they are in UAE. Obviously, they'll speak positive about UAE. So this one is from telegraph.co.uk. It says 9th June 2020, Dubai's billionaire ruler thwarted by locals in a bid to build Highland hunting lodge. The late appeal over public rights on way and impact on otters proved decisive in long-running feud between Sheikh and his neighbors. So here they put the image of Sheikh Mohammed and, kind of putting UAE or the Dubai ruler in a negative light. Now, I really don't understand why they have to bring this issue right now. Right now, there are much more other important things about, the COVID-19, the virus, the economy. So why are they focusing on this? So I felt this was pretty unnecessary. Okay. Now, the news that everyone has been talking to me about and sending me, I literally got, 23 posts from people just sending me, like, even after telling them, listen, I'm already 23, just straight off, I got messages and then I stopped counting how many I got. Okay. So this one is Bloomberg, Live Mint, everyone's using the same reference. It's 10th June 2020. What it says is expats leaving Dubai is bad for the economy. The population could shrink by 10%, hitting the Gulf business and shopping capital. Okay. Now, they have given in this article, they've given an example of Sarah Sissons, an Australian citizen. 25 years ago, they have been in UAE for 25 years. Now they have to quit and they went back to Australia. The 39-year-old with her husband and daughter, she came to Gulf, the UAE, as a teenager. Her father worked for Emirates Airlines. They never really left. Like every other expatriate, we feel Dubai is home, UAE is home. And there she had a small cafe, worked as a freelance human resource consultant. They were living a good life. But now it has become very expensive. There's no safety for expats. I don't know how it is not safe for expats. Okay. If I were to take the same money to Australia, we might run out of everything. At least we have free medical insurance and free schooling. So this is, yes, one of the benefits that Westerners get. They get a lot of free benefits because they pay taxes. Now, many of them, in the same article, they're speaking of many families that were there. But the problem is they don't get citizenship or permanent residency. This is one of the major factors. Expatriates now no longer want to live in UAE. People did not think much about it, but because today there is that COVID-19 crisis, it has become very evident. It's not going to happen in the future. It's not going to happen in 20 years or 30 years. It's happening right now. In fact, you'll be surprised to know, I've started to get many expatriates who are not in UAE, but who have to come back to UAE and are unable to come. I've received quite a number of messages. And there is a Facebook group. It seems expats in UAE expats abroad or something like that. That's a Facebook group. It seems one of the messages that I received is, it seems some UAE Emiratis or someone, they joined that group, and now if anyone speaks anything negative about UAE, automatically, they're registering cases against them, or they're complaining against them, or they're causing a fight. So now people can't even share the fact that they want to come back to UAE. So they are pretty afraid, and that is how they send me these messages. So, it's kind of sad that, expatriates who want to come back, they're not able to come back. They brought the citizens back. Now, I really feel that they should let these citizens come back because they have their families there. Now, if you don't do that, how will you get a positive image? How will you get the families who want to stay there? Now, if they can't come back, obviously the families who are there, they will say, listen, they're treating us like shit. We might as well leave the country. Why are we staying here? So a lot of questions are being asked. And now, it's like being in a relationship, and when you're having a good time, you enjoy. But when you're having a bad time, you're not there for the person. You are betraying the person. And why would a person want to be in the relationship? So many people are now questioning, why should they be in UAE? In fact, there is a large number of people who have got in touch with me and told me that they have had it, they want to leave UAE. Okay. Now I'll give you the good news also. It's not everything bad. Okay. So there are many people who want to leave. Okay. Oxford Economics estimates that UAE, part of Dubai, could lose 900,000 jobs. An eye-watering for a country of 9.6 million, so around 10%. So 10% of them will lose their jobs and they'll have to leave. Okay, sectors such as which families relied on, like restaurants, luxury goods, schools, clinics. Luxury goods, I don't think will be impacted much. People who have money, I'll come to that. But yes, restaurants, schools, clinics. And what happens is, where businesses are concerned, like small, like shops and restaurants, the new ones that keep coming eat up the old ones that are there. So it's a non-stop cycle. Before Dubai, in this article, it says before Dubai had a tax-free haven, but now VAT got introduced. After VAT, now they're talking of corporate tax. And after corporate tax, they'll be talking of income tax. So where Dubai once upon a time was, like they would say, tax-free, now it's not actually tax-free. And on top of that, it's not only the tax, expenses for everything goes up. When you have a tax for one thing, expenses for everything else goes up. So when expenses go up, your purchasing power comes down. Okay. It seemed that before in 2013, Dubai was ranked 90th, 90, in the most expensive place for expatriates. Now it's 23rd, making it the priciest city in the Middle East. So Dubai is apparently the most expensive city in the Middle East. Education is emerging as a deciding factor. And yes, when your child studies in Dubai but does not have a future, is in no man's land, he has, let's say, an Indian child studies in Dubai, is there for 20 years of their life. But after they graduate, they again have to get a visa. They are no man's land. So isn't it better for them to study in Canada or US or Australia for 20 years? And there you get a citizenship after 5 years. And then you don't have to leave. You don't have to go anywhere. You're there in that country. It's yours. I think this is a major point of a decision-making factor that people are leaving. Because what is the use of graduating in a country and then you're nowhere? You can't go back to your country because nobody wants you there. If you migrate somewhere else, you have to start from zero. And in your own country, your ability to stay there is determined by your employer's discretion. So if your employer likes you, you have your visa. Employer doesn't like you, you're jacked. And then what is the other solution? Other solution is get a free zone visa. And for that, you have to spend a fortune. So you're actually paying a hell lot of money to stay in the country. So what sense does it make? And see, another problem that UAE faces is when an employer knows you don't have a job, that's where he can jack you. When he knows you don't have a job, he knows that you need him more than, you need him more than he needs you. So that is where, without a visa, it's very hard. And that is why I tell people, search for a job, search for a job before you lose your job. Because once you lose your job, you're finished. Okay? So you can negotiate a good salary before you lose your job. Now, the next one, what this article says is malls were busy, but now shoppers are not spending much. There are more shopping malls than there are people. Residential properties were being built, but now there are few buyers. New restaurants are being cannibalized by old restaurants. The economy got hit in 2008 by the global credit crunch. 2014, the oil prices crashed. Expo 2020, which was supposed to have 25 million visitors and billions of dollars of revenue, nothing, zero. So they spent millions and nothing happened. Then they spoke about Emirates Airlines, which is the world's largest long-haul carrier, which had. Now they're slashing 30,000 jobs. That's what they say. I've told you much more. Dubai hotels will cut down 30% staff. I've told you much more. Dubai's man-made islands and tallest towers deserted, hardly anyone there. Uber in the Middle East, the ride-hailing unit of Careem, they said, oh, we're going to do billions and millions and crowdfunding and all that. Now they have cut 1/3 of the jobs. Then they gave the example of Move It Cargo and Packing, who said that before they would get 2 to 3 calls a week, 2 to 3 calls. Today, they are getting more than 7 calls a day, contracts. And before, people were at least coming in. Now people are only going out. And last and not the least, in this article, they spoke about Mark Halaby, 42 years, who left Dubai after 11 years. Okay. And they're going back to Canada. Now, is it all gloom and doom? That is the question. I was actually, like every other normal person, I was thinking it's gloom and doom. It's the end of the world. I spoke to a couple of really big guys, really, really big, successful, rich. They said, no, that's not the case. The people who have money will continue staying in Dubai. Dubai will attract. See, Dubai has been run by the rulers. They're not sitting like, dead ducks. They're not sitting there doing nothing. They are more concerned about the country than you are concerned about the country. So it seems they have already made plans and they have already started to bring in money into the country. Just Google search. I think that there is a money laundering issue that is actually going on. Other countries are keeping an eye on Dubai, how the money is coming in, what kind of money is coming in. So Dubai is attracting investors to come in, and they are investing. They are making a lot of provisions. They're giving them a lot of perks and benefits. So there are new businesses being set up as we speak. There are new projects that are taking place as you listen to this video. There are new jobs. The proof of this is right now it's past 3:00. Okay. Why did I make this video so late? Because I've been so busy with people who are actually being offered jobs. So how would they be offered jobs if, Dubai is just finished? So Dubai is strange. I'm telling you, I seriously thought Dubai was like finished. But then I spoke to these guys. See, sometimes we like to believe in something so much, like if we have a religion, we like to believe our religion is true. If we are in love with someone, we like to believe that is for real. So let's not subscribe to a news or to a piece of information so much that we don't believe there's another possibility. Yes, plenty of people will lose their job. Plenty of people will lose their job. Whether it's United States, it's Canada, it's UK, restaurants are closing down. Low-skilled people are losing their jobs. Yes, plenty of people are losing their jobs, and plenty of people in UAE will lose their jobs. But let me ask you this. You seriously think the ruler of Dubai, of UAE, is sitting there doing nothing. He's going to sit there, oh, Dubai is finished, I'll sit and do nothing. If you as a human being, you as a father of a family, you as someone, if you lose your job, you're going to sit down and do nothing? No, you're going to sit and think of ways. I need to get a new job. I need to start a new business. I need to do something to get in revenue. So if you having a family, you would think of plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D to survive. You think the ruler of a country will just sit and do nothing? They're already planning and making things happen. Investments have already come in billions. They are already started to come in. New projects have already started. Work has already begun. However, they're keeping a very low profile. This time they're keeping a low profile. So there are jobs, there are people getting jobs. And I'll tell you I told you this before, right? Remember, it's exactly what I predicted. Before, they would pay, let's say, example I'm giving, they would pay a person, let's say, 2,000 dirhams. I'm just giving 2,000 dirhams. They would take 5 people and pay them. So 5 people, 2,000 dirhams each, 10,000. Now what they'll do is they'll take one person really good, amazingly good, and pay him 10,000. So before 5 mediocre guys, now one very good guy. Why? It's easier to manage one than to manage 5. These 5 guys will be mediocre. They'll not do much. So they'll take this one guy. They'll pay much more. And they will tell him, you achieve this milestone, we'll give you this commission, we'll give you this bonus. You achieve that milestone. So they will correct themselves. And see, just as you and I, when we make a mistake, we want to correct ourselves. In the same way, Sheikh Mohammed, the rulers of every country, not just Sheikh Mohammed, Saudi, all of them are thinking of ways and means to improve the economy, to bring in new cash injection. And I'll tell you, UAE has already started to get billions coming in, and they have already started the projects. And people, I have never in my life been so fucking busy with, preparing people from Europe, from Germany, from New Zealand, from India. India are just one. They are fucking always stingy. But people in Dubai, they are already talking about new jobs. Yes, I'm receiving plenty of people who are losing their jobs. And it's really sad because I got 2-3 messages of Emirates Airlines, plenty of people from Emirates Airlines, Etihad, Kuwait Airways. They have worked with this company for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. And one lady was crying and telling me, tomorrow they have called me to the HR. I don't know what to do. She was sobbing and crying. She paid me to speak to me. I said, yes. And she was actually crying. She was saying that they've called me to Emirates. And I told her, listen, you need to be mentally prepared. You're going to lose your job. Just be strong. Take it as it comes. It's not the end of the world. But what is hard is because 30 years in one company, 30 years. Can you imagine that? And you'll be called to the HR and you'll be terminated on the spot. I received plenty. I'm pretty sure you must have got a lot of these forwards. Emirates Airlines, people losing their jobs. There's that letterhead. So it is sad. In fact, there is one website, a link. I don't know where I put that link, where all the pilots and all the Emirates cabin crew, they are talking and sharing information. And it's a mixed bag. On one side, people are complaining who have lost their jobs. Other side, they're saying, stop bitching and moaning about it. When you made money, you made plenty. The ones who are competitive are still there. So it's, both the sides. It's not extremely bad. It's not extremely good. And there are a lot of Reddit forums. I would invite you to go and check that out. So don't just listen to me, check different options. And by the way, just for you to know, I've decided to open up my LinkedIn. So those of you who'd like to add me on LinkedIn, please, you're free to add me on LinkedIn. Before I shut it down when I was simply getting everyone spamming me with invites. So if you'd like to add me on LinkedIn, you can add me on LinkedIn. Okay. This was another bit of information that I got from a businessman, Emirati guy in Abu Dhabi. Okay. Emirati guy, to my surprise, Emirati guys are now booking sessions with me. So he asked me a couple of business ideas. This is what he told me. He said that he was running a coffee shop, a small coffee shop, where his overheads were 30,000 dirhams a month. He used to get roughly 15,000 dirhams and above. He said now, ever since the COVID crisis started, it has come in Abu Dhabi, he's making around 10,000 or less than that. So 30,000 is his cost. He used to earn 45,000 and above. Now he's earning 10,000 and less. He also has a couple of restaurants in Abu Dhabi and Alain. He said the coffee shop, he said the revenue for one full month was 2,000 dirhams. So that's pretty shocking. He said Abu Dhabi is giving a 20% rent relief, but it's not cash. They're not giving you cash. It's when you're going to pay the next rent or whatever, they're going to give you a 20% relief. Other things being said, he said a lot of his friends who are expats, some have lost 50% salary, but their expenses are 100%. And in some places, he's saying grocery shops, the cost for food prices have increased. Okay. These are a couple of other bits that I got that I wanted to share with you. I told you about that lady, 30 years, that she worked with Emirates Airlines. She's being called and going to be terminated. There are a lot of people who are having mental breakdowns. A lot of people sending me their CVs, plenty of it. It's becoming hard for me to forward because too many CVs. Many expats are confused. They don't know what to do. Some expats are afraid. Many of them want to just run away. They have to pay their loans, so they don't know whether they'll get caught in immigration. I would just say, please be careful. Don't think you can run away. You can't be smarter than the system. There will be some procedure in place that if you have a credit card or loan, you can't just run away. So please think twice. Please don't fall for wrong advice. I got some guys, young boys from Dubai and Sharjah, including Alain, who sent me, females are now resorting to, having virtual sex, like sending their naked pictures and videos. If you pay money, you get to see it. There was this guy, NMC guy, his friend shared it with me. He worked for NMC for 25 years. He was dealing with 3M, Nivea, Nestle. He was one of the top sales guy. 25 years with NMC, and it seems after it got seized and moved into administrative this thing, he lost 25 years gratuity, so he's completely shattered. It seems his last working day was May 31st. So another thing is investors, a lot of investors are pumping in money. By the way, UFC is Ultimate Fighting Championship. They're going to have their fight island. So an island is going to be dedicated only for fighters, where hotels are going to be catering to fighters, accommodation only for fighters, media. So that's a very smart strategy by Abu Dhabi to have UFC come down. So that will bring in a lot of foreign exchange. I told you, they are thinking way far ahead. There is also confusion in immigration. I got a couple of questions. They are saying when they went to immigration people don't know what is going on. Then they explain the amnesty. They have no idea. Then they went to some other department. There's total confusion. So newspapers are saying one thing, government is saying another. And when you go to immigration, it's totally something else. I also got a nice little business card of a guy who sells alcohol, and he is trying to market there. You have Emirates Airlines pilots and cabin crew. I told you, they've created a blog. Kuwait Petroleum is coming out with a new policy that they're going to stop employing expatriates. The preference is going to be only their locals. Okay. Now, I got this from another guy. I do not know whether he is from UAE or whether he is from Qatar. This is what he sent me. Hi, Loy, not sure if you know this or not. This is a Qatar account. He gave me the link. He always tweets true stuff about UAE. You probably don't know, but Qataris and UAE intelligence service are stealing and hacking each other for facts and photos. Recently, UAE hacked a royal Qatari member and stole some photos of a TV star on Al Jazeera. She was wearing bikini in his mansion. Okay, I have no idea. If you know any information, send me a link. Let's admire beauty. Okay, back to the Twitter account. This thread explains the real number Shetty managed to take from banks, 30 billion USD. He shared with ABZ. I have no idea who's ABZ, so later on I'll tell you. And Tanoon bin Zayed. I don't know who's that. Apparently, ABZ and Tanoon knew about Shetty's plan to escape, so they helped him for the share. And this was in this Twitter account. I don't speak Arabic. I don't read Arabic. Well, I can read Arabic, but I don't understand the thing. So it's like reading a language, but you don't know what it means. So when he left, he never gave them the share. Abu Dhabi agreed to pay 30 billion with 5 billion interest within 5 years. Abu Dhabi shared 5 to 6 billion figure to avoid humiliation. This will be great if you confirm with your contacts. So then I asked him, who is ABZ? He said, ABZ is Abdullah bin Zayed, the foreign minister. So then I asked him, who is Tanoon bin Zayed? ABZ and MBZ, where the head of CID is always with sunglasses. I have no idea who this is. Okay. One more thing. UAE is officially involved in a war in Libya. Emirati officers are sent to Libya. A friend of mine, Emirati living in Turkey, told me 2 of his nephews were shipped to Libya last night. UAE's expenses are rising. Economy is bad. Things are getting bad every day. So I don't know. See, listen, when I know something, I tell you. If I don't know, I don't know. So I don't know who are these people and who is this, whatever. So if you know anything, comment down below, whatever. Okay. Next one is I got this, I told you, business card of someone supplying booze. So congratulations, very proactive. Only thing you're stupid because you put your number there so anyone can catch. Then I got this Department of Violation. Someone got a how much it is? 3,000 dirham fine. Okay, very bad. Then I got this on LinkedIn, which I was very surprised. It seems, hello, mom, I'm feeling nervous. I was the youngest member of Toastmasters International Club, Dubai chapter, and I was about to give my first speech, P1, that is Project 1, when one of the members came forward and said that I would be evaluated by Loy Machedo. And he pointed towards a person wearing a suit, and damn, his face was covered in tattoo. I ran towards the restroom and called up my mother and told her how nervous I was. She calmed me down and boosted up my morale. They called out my name and I had no other option other than to give the speech. So I headed to the podium and all I could see was that tattooed figure, me. I gave my best shot and it was time for my evaluation. I saw him move towards the podium, started evaluating my speech, and the first thing he said was my speech was fantastic and corrected me here and there a bit. I was happy as I won the best speaker because they like to encourage people. P1 level that day, but what made me more happy was when he came forward towards me and said, I know you're nervous, but it's okay to be nervous, and told me to be confident always. I don't know if he remembers me. No, I don't. Because it was the first time and last time I saw him, but I'll always remember him as he was such a vibrant personality. Thank you, Loy Machedo. Oh, thank you very much. I am so touched. Okay, I just censored a name to protect our identity. To my surprise, somebody sent me these photographs of mine during my Dubai days. This was me. You can see I'm buffed up little body, So this was me during a Halloween day. I do not know how this person got these old photographs of mine, but this was me during my Dubai days. And this was, me in Crazy Blues and Q's Club. Okay. Another person sent me this. This was on 7th March 2020, old article. The Queen will distance herself from Sheikh Mohammed and refuse to be pictured with him after decades-long friendship because he was accused of kidnapping 2 of his daughters. This is Daily Mail Online. In fact, I got this nice little photograph, a photo of children playing around. It seems to be an old photo of Satwa Street in Dubai, 1976, which is a nice photograph. I also got a nice World Trade Center photograph. Really nice. You can see World Trade Center is under construction. Okay. This was an interesting bit on how predictions are normally wrong. When will COVID-19 end? People predicted United Arab Emirates, it will end on May 15th. This was on Khalij Times. As for stats of WHO and all the great people, May 15th, they'll end. What is the date today? Today is June 11th. May, June. So 1 month over, it did not end. So fuck you with your stupid predictions. This was given in Kazakhstan news. A young Kazakhstan woman found dead in Dubai. 20-year-old Kazakhstan woman was found dead in Dubai. The girl could be deprived of her life by force. Investigation is underway since, relatives cannot have the body since evacuation of the body will cost them $5,000 to $7,000 and the family doesn't have. I'm sure this is not mentioned in Gulf News or Khalij Times. I was pretty surprised about this. Sultan Saud Al-Qasimi, who is a member of the royal family, he actually put this on his Facebook. He said in the first interview on a privately owned channel, Al Qaeda, while nice, Salim revealed his son, now then aged 18, first told him about feeling uncomfortable with the gender he was assigned at birth. I'm living in a body other than my own, he recalled, and I'm not surprised. From that day was born, I felt his body was a boy's body. So it was a girl, he made it into a boy. So I'm pretty surprised, this transgender issue. Anyway, last but not the least, I've censored this number. I was very surprised that this person shared all this. So I'll just share it with you what he said. So he said, good video, you're generally right. I'll put bullet points as you raise them. Succession. When Sheikh Mohammed died, his son Sheikh Saeed bin Maktoum bin Rashid Al Maktoum was supposed to take over. 3 reasons that didn't happen. He married the wrong from the Stand Republics. Okay, something. He was too religious. So this guy, he loves shooting more than anything else. And he shared the link. This is Saeed bin Maktoum Al Rashid Al Maktoum. Okay, so he's that Olympic shooter. He's very famous. He's a celebrity. Okay, Sheikh Mohammed, his uncle, persuaded him not to take the role because Sheikh Mohammed was a man without a title of ruler. Okay, all right. As soon as he got the family to agree, Sheikh Saeed agreed not to take the position. Sheikh Mohammed grabbed the power. Dubai worked because three brothers shared the power. Sheikh Mohammed broke that. Okay, before Dubai was, as per Dubai was shared by three brothers. So Sheikh Mohammed broke that. He took over. All was well because funds were available to execute his vision, funding. Then he says, Dubai has a $140 billion debt. Not 21 billion, not 30 billion, 140 billion. Okay, everyone references it to 21 billion as that is a sanitized figure to give. Who provided Dubai with the money is Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank came knocking after the financial crisis and a deal was made. DB, Deutsche Bank, stated that they could not determine what the money loaned was sovereign and what percentage was Sheikh Mohammed's name. Deutsche Bank squeezed pretty hard, hence Abu Dhabi came for the bailout. Okay. Okay. Sheikh Said, personally, I used to shoot with him at Nad Al Shiba. Okay, I don't know. Okay, Sheikh Mohammed heard about my relationship and accused me of being a spy for Abu Dhabi. MBZ called. Okay, wait. Sheikh Mohammed heard of my relationship and accused me of being a spy for Abu Dhabi. Okay, so he accused this guy who wrote to me. MBZ called Sheikh Mohammed and told him to leave me alone. Okay. About a year earlier, I officially left UAE, but didn't really, but that's another story for another day. Okay. Sheikh Mohammed is paranoid. That is why he will not hand over to Hamdan. Hamdan is a young guy. I know Hamdan very well. I attended his graduation ceremony as his guest at Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, UK. So that's the college Sheikh Hamdan went to. Okay. Any questions so far? For me, it's like, okay. This is not information that you read anywhere. Okay. Then he says, 3 weeks ago, Dubai asked me to assist them to refinance Dirham 50 billion of real estate via loans to Noor Bank. This is after trying to fuck me. They are shameless. These loans are almost due. Okay. Moving on, Abu Dhabi's relationship, MBZ is going to renew the original loan offered to Dubai, possibly for another 5 years. With the economic situation, it's very unlikely they will offer more. Since Sheikh Mohammed has offered something, Sheikh Mohammed has nothing to offer. It is foreseeable that Abu Dhabi will consolidate its power over Dubai. You touched upon how difficult it is if Etihad took over Emirates. I concur 100% with your assessment, my previous video. Okay. The problem now is DB, Deutsche Bank, is broke. Really, it is absolutely broke. Debts and interests are piling up and Sheikh Mohammed is out of his vision. His Kool-Aid team are bailing out. Basically, an old man who spent other people's money is shit out of luck. I'm reading this. I don't know anything. Okay. I can confirm Abu Dhabi is moving to dissect Dubai. This isn't rumor. This is really happening. They will let Dubai stew, then pick off the trophy assets one by one and leave Dubai with a loan to pay. And there is no way in a month of Sundays, Abu Dhabi is picking up Dubai's tab. Okay. I can confirm 7 days ago, Sheikh Mohammed did a mini purge of what deemed Abu Dhabi spies. Okay. I didn't understand that bit. Okay. I can confirm 7 days ago, Sheikh Mohammed did a mini purge of what he deems Abu Dhabi spies. Okay, whatever. Regarding Hamdan's takeover, it's touch and go. Means Sheikh Mohammed has to go and doesn't want to, but thinks he's invincible. So as long as he is the Abu Dhabi isn't helping mood, even if he goes to Hamdan, will be ruler one day, it's uncharted territory. Okay. So Sheikh Mohammed wants to still prove his leadership. So Abu Dhabi is not in a helping mood, and Sheikh Hamdan will take over. Okay, that's what I understood. Okay, what is clear is Dubai is sadly so screwed; it doesn't know what to do. There is no money for anything else these days, and there's only talk how to get loans, and nobody's offering. Internationally, it is rated below junk bonds. If you have any questions, happy to address. Take care. Okay, so this is what is being said on one side. So see, listen, like I've told you, I give you both the sides. I give you where people are speaking, okay, Dubai is finished. I give you another side where I tell you Dubai is not finished. Personally, my assessment, okay, this is my assessment. Dubai is undergoing a financial crisis like every other country. Dubai is going to have a tough time like every other country. The people who are going to really suffer are the ordinary people, are the middle class, are the people who never use their brains, who just got up in the morning like zombies, went to work, got a salary end of the month, very happy. Those people are going to get fucked. The people who are smart will continue surviving. The people who are proactive will continue surviving. The people who are rich are going to be richer. That is going to happen. The people who are rich are going to be richer. If you actually notice now, none of the Indians, none of the expatriates, nobody's showing off. Nobody's saying, oh, I did this. Oh, that passport. Oh, the 10-year visa, 20-year visa, 50-year visa. Yusuf Ali is quiet. Danub guy is quiet. All the big business guys, shh, nobody's talking because they've realized if BR City can get fucked, we can also get fucked. Okay. So, but Dubai is smart. It is run by these leaders. So what they're doing is they know they're messed up. They know they're fucked up. But they have to continue. Show has to go on. Just as you have to, if you lose your job, you will plan B, C, D, E, F. So they have started to attract people. You have the money, black money, whatever money, come invest here. Nothing is going to happen. But don't do anything illegal here. So a lot of money is coming into the country right now. A lot of people are getting jobs. Projects are going to be revived because that's the only way Dubai can move forward. But there will be plenty of casualties, plenty of people lose their jobs, plenty of Emiratis. You'll be surprised. Plenty of Emiratis are also writing to me and sharing stuff. Okay. So there are going to be people who will suffer, but at the same time, there'll be people who will succeed. So like I told you, be mentally strong. It's no point. See, when bad things happen, it's no point crying or taking mental stress. Yes, stress is there. Yes, it's going to be tough, but fight your battles intelligently. I'm telling you again, whether you believe it or not, there are fucking jobs. There are good fucking salaries. Listen to me again. You just do your fucking homework. Check out the jobs. If you're a user's bum, you'll lose. If you're not proactive, you'll lose. See, listen, here's a simple question before I conclude. If all the jobs are gone, okay, let's assume people have lost. What, nobody's earning money right now? You expect me to believe all the people who had money, suddenly they become poor? You think nobody's surviving? You think life doesn't go on? Come on, man. Take it from me. There are people who are earning money. There are people who are successful. Dubai is going to make things work out. Yes, Dubai is messed up. Many countries are messed up. Look at the mess in USA. It's not only fights. It's not only Black Lives Matter. They're destroying property, looting. All that shit is going on. So every country is a mess. Dubai also made a lot of fucking mistakes. From those islands, which is just sand in the water, incomplete projects. Maktoum is a disaster and all. But, this life has to go on. So they are going to, what mistakes they did, forget it. Let's try to do something now. So please use your mind, do your research. Don't believe anything I said. Like I told you, don't believe a thing. Maybe I'm just faking all this. Okay. So do your research, look at the bad side, look at the good side, study both, evaluate and decide what is best for you. But the most important thing is whatever they say in the news, it doesn't matter. What matters is, are you earning money? Are you saving money? Do you have a plan B? Do you have a plan C? Do you have plan D, E, F, G, H, whatever? Okay. And as I conclude, remember my links are down below for my Facebook group, for my WhatsApp groups. Send me a message. And anything else, put your comments down below. This is me signing off. Take care. I'm hungry, man. I want to go. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye. Any questions, let me know. Love to hear from you. Read your comments. This is me signing off. Take care.
Don't you hate it when that happens to you? When it does, you need this and this and this. When it happens to me, I always know where to go. When you've got professionals on your side, your problems don't stand a chance. What are you waiting for? Contact them today and let them take care of your problems.